absolutely loved Honey Smacks as a young girl. As an adult, well, I kind of got away from eating Honey Smacks every single day. But when Tammy Bolin challenged me to make a cookie out of this cereal, I couldn't back down from the challenge. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I pull it together and create a tasty, yummy Honey Smacks cookie. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. Coming up next. Hi, I'm Diette, and welcome to Turtle's Tasty Treats, where we make baking from scratch easy. Today, I'm really excited to share with you my Honey Smacks cookie recipe. Now, this idea, again, came from Tammy, and I'm so glad that she challenged me to create this cookie. In order for you to make this cookie, you're going to need the following ingredients. A half a cup of unsalted butter, 1 egg and 1 egg yolk, a half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 1/4 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1 cup of Honey Smacks. For the rolling sugar, you will need 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and 1 cup of grounded Honey Smacks. To mix my ingredients up, I'll be using my KitchenAid stand mixer fixed with my paddle attachment, a large bowl, a whisk, and my spatula. Now my oven, I'm going to preheat that to 375 degrees. I'm going to start by adding the butter to my bowl. Let's mix it up. Now for a little sugar. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and cream the two together. Let's mix it up. Now for a little flavor. I'm going to add my vanilla extract in now. Let's mix it up. Taking my spatula, I'm going to scrape down the sides of my bowl. Now this is to ensure that all of my ingredients is fully incorporated together. And I'm not going to forget the bottom. Now for the eggs. Cracking my egg into a separate bowl. And now I'm going to place this into my bowl. And now I'm going to mix it up. Now for just the egg yolk. I'm going to go ahead and crack my egg open. And then I'm going to take my yolk and move it back and forth, allowing the egg white to fall into my bowl. Now that I just have the egg yolk, I'm going to place that into my separate bowl, and then I'm going to add it to my bowl. And now I'm going to mix it up. Now to the dry ingredients. I'm going to take my baking soda, baking powder, and kosher salt and add it to my flour. Next, I'm going to take my whisk and I'm going to mix it up. I want to thoroughly make sure that all of my baking soda, baking powder, and salt is thoroughly mixed into my flour. Nobody wants to bite into baking soda or baking powder, so we want to make sure it's all evenly distributed into this flour. Taking my bowl, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of flour into my bowl at a time. And then I'm going to mix it up in between each time that I add the flour. Let's mix it up. Taking my spatula again, I'm going to go ahead and scrape down the sides of my bowl. I want to make sure that everything is mixing up well together. Now for the challenge ingredient, Honey Smacks. I'm going to go ahead and add it to my bowl now. And let's mix it up. taking my spatula, I'm going to go ahead and remove all of the cookie dough off my palette. Now to make our Honey Smacks sugar coating. Now, I'm going to take my sugar and I'm going to add it into this big bowl. I'm going to take my Honey Smacks, which I grinded into my food processor. I'm going to add that to the bowl. Now I'm going to take my whisk and I'm going to go ahead and mix the two together. Now taking my ice cream scoop, I'm going to scoop out my cookie dough and I'm going to place it onto my parchment lined baking tray. Now that all of my cookie dough balls are on my baking tray, I'm going to take one ball at a time and I'm going to roll it into that Honey Smacks sugar. Now that all of my cookie dough balls are coated with my Honey Smacks sugar, I'm going to take my thumb and place it on top of each one of my cookie dough balls. This allows my cookies to remain flat as it bakes in the oven. Time to chill my cookie dough for 20 minutes. Now that my cookies have chilled in the refrigerator, it's now time to bake them for 9 minutes. Now that my cookies are out of the oven, I'm going to let them cool on my baking tray for 5 minutes. There's one more ingredient that you would need to top off your Honey Smacks cookies, and that's some honey. I'm going to go ahead and take my honey and drizzle it on top of each one of my cookies now that they have cooled for the 5 minutes. Now that my cookies are topped with honey, I'm going to go ahead and take my spatula and move them to my cooling rack where they'll cool down completely. And now it's time to taste our tasty treat. Ready, Jim?
Right.
Okay. Here we go. This is for you, Tammy.
For you, Tammy. That is good.
It is really good. So smackalicious. I'll see you in the next one and subscribe for more.